Hey, what's up, guys? This is Courtside and Classy, where we talk about the game, the drama, and build up confidence one episode at a time. I'm Tatum Brown, and if you've ever wanted to enjoy the NBA, but you felt like everyone already knew what was going on and you were a little intimidated, this is the podcast for you. We're going to break down rules, rivalries, and real stories behind the players in a way that you can understand. So grab your seat. We're going courtside. Today I'm here with
Sire.
this is a basketball connoisseur. So he'll be fact checking me. He'll be sitting here listening in on everything we'll be talking about today.
We're gonna get things right.
All right. So if you've been hearing people talk about the playoffs and it seems like it's life or death, it is life or death, okay? It's getting serious. We're at the point in the NBA where literally everything matters. So first, let's break down the NBA, okay? There's two conferences. We have the Eastern and the Western conferences. Each conference has 15 teams. So only about 8 actually make the playoffs. All right, right now, currently, as we speak, teams are fighting for those spots. Okay, so it's getting serious. The higher your ranking, the easier your matchup is, basically. So your ranking would equal a seed. It's called a seed. So a number 1 seed means that you are the best team in your conference and you'll get the easiest opponent in the first round of playoffs. If you're the number 8 seed, that means you kind of barely made it. You scraped by. And you're going to get the hardest opponent, meaning that you're going to play the number 1 seed probably. So here's where it gets messy. We have the play-in tournament. The play-in tournament is fairly new. I think it's only been happening for 5 years? How long has the play-in tournament been going on?
Yeah, it is 2020. You're correct.
So 6 years.
Yep.
With the play-in, teams that are ranked from 7 to 10 don't automatically make the playoffs. Like you're not getting in the playoffs. You don't just have a clear spot in. You have to fight for it. Seed 7 and seed 8 would face each other, and the winner goes straight to the playoffs, as well as seed 9 and seed 10, and the loser would go home immediately. Understand? So in the plan, you make the playoffs or you go home. You have no space for error whatsoever. So basically, if you're in the plan, you're not safe. You're literally just surviving. Like you have to keep fighting. So let's talk about this week. As of Tuesday, April 14th, we had the first round of the play-in. So it was the Miami Heat against the Charlotte Hornets, and they faced off in the Eastern Conference 9 and 10 seed matchup. Okay, so this was serious for both. LaMelo Ball is trying to make a name for Charlotte. Everybody's saying that he's wasting his potential there. He's trying to do something. He's trying to get something going. Bam Adebayo has something to prove because everybody's been hating on him since he scored how many points? 83?
Second all-time scoring performance.
So Bam has something to prove. He's trying to get the Heat to the playoffs too. Sadly, though, Charlotte came out on top, okay? It was 127 to 126. 1 point difference, with LaMelo Ball leading the team with 30 points, 10 assists, and 5 rebounds. And we cannot forget his game-winning layup. Okay? However, some drama happened, some tea happened early in the second quarter. Miami Heat star Bam Adebayo was grabbing a rebound after I think LaMelo's layup was blocked. And Bam landed near the baseline onto the ground, and Ball grabbed the back of his ankle. Bam exited the game and did not come back with a back injury. So y'all tell me, was that sabotage?
So you're saying it was
sabotage?
Was that sabotage, guys?
I think he was trying to protect himself because Bam was right on top of him.
Mm-hmm.
He could have stepped on him. So I
Mhm.
think he was trying to like move his leg out of the way.
Right. Maybe.
You
I
could
don't know.
interpret it that way, or you could say he tripped him.
I don't think LaMelo had any ill
It's a bad look
intention.
either way.
Yeah.
But you could make the argument like, I'm not trying to get stepped on. I gotta move this guy's leg out the way so I don't get stepped on.
All right. So after Bam went out the game and Charlotte won, LaMelo wasn't suspended for that specific play, but he was instead fined $35,000. And he was assessed a flagrant 2 foul for a play the league described as unnecessary and reckless contact that created a significant injury risk. He was also fined another $25,000 for using profane language in a post-game interview. So, what is that, $60K?
Yep. He lucky he didn't get suspended. I think that's what he was worried about the most. Because they're still in the plan, obviously. They still need to win. So if he got suspended, that would have drastically affected their chance to win. I think they play tomorrow, Friday. Yeah.
So LaMelo talked to the media after the game, and basically they asked him about what happened. He said, "I apologize on that one. I got hit in the head, and I didn't really know where I was, but I'm going to check on Bam and see if he's okay." So I don't think there was any ill intent. I just think they were playing basketball. Now, yesterday, the 76ers versus Orlando Magic opened up the first half of the tournament doubleheader. So we had Tyrese Maxey with a smooth 31 points. And without Joel Embiid, who actually had an appendectomy last Thursday. So he's been out. And without him, they still beat the Orlando 109-97. Okay. They secured the number 7 seed in the Eastern Conference playoff. Okay, so LaMelo will be taking a trip to Orlando, and the 76ers will be taking a trip to Boston, I presume.
Yep.
Okay. So let's see. Whoever wins the Hornets versus Magic game will win the number 8 seed, and they're going to go on to battle the Detroit Pistons, surprisingly, at number 1. So if LaMelo can get this done, it's not going to get easier for him. He's going right on to the number 1 seed. Same thing with the Magic. So, like I was saying, if you're the last in your conference, you got to play the plan. You got to win the plan, and then you have to win the first round against the hardest team. Oh my gosh.
Tough.
But let's talk about the West. So, we got the Portland Trailblazers, who stunned the Phoenix Suns 114-110. This was their first playoff berth since 2021. So the Blazers, they've been in a little playoff drought. They're feeling very excited right now. They clinched the 7th seed in the West, so they earned a date against the 2nd seed, San Antonio Spurs. So this will be a best of 7 first round series. So they'll play 7 games, first to win 4 wins. They'll be going up against Victor Wembanyama. Okay, so how tall is he?
He's 7'4". Huge.
Huge guy. But who do the Suns play, you ask? Well, let's talk about our next big game, the Los Angeles Clippers versus the Golden State Warriors, okay? First of all, Steph has been out almost the whole season. Steph is playing. Steph is in, okay? Golden State overcame a 13-point deficit in the 4th quarter with Steph Curry, who scored 27 points. 27 points in the second half. Dominant second half. Amazing. He took care of the offense, but defensively, Draymond Green, he led. He had Kawhi locked up, who couldn't seem to score in the 4th quarter until the Clippers were already basically done for. So Kawhi ended up saying about Draymond that he is a Hall of Fame defender, and it was hard to even get shots up. So if Kawhi is saying that Draymond was locking him up, y'all need to go watch some highlights. It was something serious. However, the Warriors did get some stellar contributions from, some other players, some newcomers. We had Kristaps Porzingis, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. He had a lot of big plays. So he came in clutch for them. And surprisingly, 39-year-old Al Horford. He had 4 3-pointers in the fourth quarter. They couldn't stop him. He got wet. No diddy. Mind you, this is his third game since missing a month off a calf strain. So Al Horford hasn't really been getting no time for real. And he came in and he played. And you know why? They won because they wanted it more. They got outplayed. The Los Angeles Clippers got outplayed. I was watching the game, and I'm looking at Kawhi not even really fight for a rebound. Do you want to win? They didn't win. They didn't want it bad enough.
It was an epic collapse by the Clippers. They were pretty much in command the entire game. And fourth quarter, you get Steph Curry going, and Draymond Green puts that defensive performance on. Yeah, they're really hard to beat.
Mm-hmm. So with this win, the Warriors will visit the Suns in Phoenix. They'll be traveling to Phoenix. And the last man standing between the two is going to have a very, very intimidating date with the defending champions, Oklahoma City Thunder. So a lot of people are saying, including me and Sire, that if anybody can beat OKC, it would probably be Golden State and Steph Curry.
They're proven, and they're very hard to beat. They're warriors, literally. So
they do not give up.
They can put up a fight, especially in Golden State. That's a very, very hard place to win at.
This would be vets against the kids.
Yeah,
vets against
the cream of the crop as of right now is OKC, and they're going against the former cream of the crop. Dre. I just want to say the play-in tournament has been great this year. All 4 games so far. Very competitive, very entertaining, the playoff intensity was absolutely there. It was just great hoops to see.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
I'm glad the play-in tournament is doing very well.
So, as for the rest of the matchups in the West, let's talk about it. My very beloved Los Angeles Lakers are going to be going up against the Houston Rockets. Although we do have home court advantage for the series since we finished as the 4th seed, we actually couldn't get the 3rd because the Denver Nuggets won, 12 straight?
12 straight games.
They finished as a 3rd seed. So they will see the Minnesota Timberwolves. They will be visiting Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards, for those of you that don't know. He's a very competitive player. And we will be visiting Kevin Durant and Amen Thompson. I'm excited. I'm intrigued. I'm kind of nervous. I don't know. I'm not getting my hopes up. We have no Luka, no Austin Reeves. I'm just gonna see what they can do. The Lakers are full of surprises. They're full of heart attacks. I'm just gonna see what they can do. That's all I'm gonna say. I hope that we can get through this first round, give Luka and Era some time. Hopefully they can come back. We can kick ass in the second. But if we can't get going in this first round, I need Rui Hachimura to show up. DeAndre Ayton.
I'm gonna just say for this series, we don't really know what to expect because, like you just said, Luka and Reeves have been out, and we haven't really seen what this team could actually look like with just LeBron leading for a consistent time. We don't have a big sample, so they could look really good at times, or they could look
they could look tragic.
It's just gonna be unpredictable. Like she said, we don't have any expectations. We have hope. Let's see if we can get it done.
So for the rest of the matchups on the East, it includes the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're gonna go head to head with the Toronto Raptors. Shout out to Champagne Poppy. And then lastly, we have the Atlanta Hawks. This year with no Trae Young. Trae is now in Washington with the Wizards, with Anthony Davis. And you could tell by my face how I think that's gonna end up. But Atlanta's gonna visit New York, and they'll be battling the Knicks. So we're gonna see what that's all about. Sire's really enjoying the Knicks lately.
Yeah, I'm a Knicks fan, I think. Well, secondary.
Right.
Secondary.
We have secondary
I
teams,
just
guys.
like a lot of their players. And yeah, I like that team. And the fan base is cool.
So I'm a diehard Laker fan, but for almost my whole life, my secondary team was the Mavs. And that's why I became a Luka fan. But now Luka's on the Lakers, so why do I need to be a Mavs fan? So now I need a new secondary team. And it used to be Atlanta because they had Trae Young. And now Trae's not there. So I don't know.
It's really good this year, so that's going to be an interesting series.
All right, guys. That's it for today's episode of Courtside and Classy. I hope this helps you feel a little bit more confident watching the game. Share with a friend who's learning too, and don't forget to follow the podcast so you never miss an episode. Until next time, stay confident, stay curious, and I'll see you courtside.